National Proposal Day? I propose you get those earbuds comfy. It's March 20th. It's a Monday. I'm here. You're here. We are all here for your favorite podcast show. So, let's get after it. It is Monday, and what a weekend. Is there a better title for this episode than Weekend Madness? We will get into that madness, the NCAA tournament for sure. It is World Flower Day, so maybe the world can buy some flour and make some cookies or something and grab a Coke and a smile. We're heading to the Sweet 16, people. Don't fret over your bracket, your bank account, or any of that stuff. You can blow off this whole week just talking about last week's madness leading up to this week. And then you think you have it figured out. And when Sunday night rolls around and you've drained that vacation fund on a surefire lock parlay, just settle in here again on Monday and maybe you can get the Final Four right. Perhaps just to enjoy the excellence of the tournament, and the madness doesn't stop with the guys. Over the weekend, the Lady Rebels from Ole Miss sent home Stanford, number 1 seeded Stanford. And I see Dunk City on the ticket tonight. Florida Gulf Coast. Remember them from the men's tournament way back when? Well, they're a 12 seed. They're going to play Villanova on the lady side. Another 12 seed. Toledo is in action tonight as well. Folks, those slippers seem to fit. Tournament action is coming at you. Go get it. And as we march on in the NCAA tournaments, I think we should not overlook Mikaela Shiffrin's march on alpine skiing. That's right. The season just ended. People were skiing, folks. And most of us don't pay a lot of attention unless it's the Olympics or unless it's something that we're just into. It's our passion. And it was those last Olympics where we saw the moment not shine so bright for Mikaela. And just like we've talked about here, sometimes that's all we remember. And we might be quick to dismiss her for all of her overall awesomeness. She set the all-time mark earlier this year with her 88th win and ended the slalom season with her 21st win in the giant slalom. Congrats to Mikaela. Speaking of awesomeness and excellence, the PPA Tour was in action. Come on, you know you have pickleball fever. Dinking, smashing, third shot dropping, got pickleball fever, and it's not stopping. It's Pickle and Mika. Pickle and Mika. Pickle and Mickle, all right. It is Pickle with Mickle, all right. The PPA Tour was in Austin for the Onyx Championship. There would be no Cinderella story as Ben Johns and Anna Leigh Whiplash Waters got back to that Triple Crown action, boss. Sweeping this tournament after a slump? I mean, do we call it that? I do like the pairing of Whiplash and Anna Bright. I hope they keep it going. Now, are you down with MLP? Yeah, you know me. Well, if you are in Daytona this week, you are in luck. MLP2 is set to light it up as pickleball's teams, Premier League, Challenger League, take to the court and battle it out for this week's championship. Now, folks, I have delivered you intros for the MLP Premier League teams, and I am going to bring those back a little bit this week so you can remember them. There was some shuffling in the Challenger League. I don't know if they've shuffled at the Premier, but I do know this. I've got great intros, and you're going to get them. And I'm still on the hunt for more on this paddle controversy as it unfolds. Now, the main company in question that I will remain nameless. You can get out there in social, and if you're a pickle follower, you know what I'm talking about. And if you're not, that's why you're here, because I'm going to bring it to you. You don't need to know the name of the company right now, because I want to see how many more start to get pegged, because it seems like all of them are. But this company, and they might be based in Florida, just says only one paddle was affected, or was it one group of paddles? we're going to continue to see how this thing plays out. Now, how about the continued squabbling in neighborhoods, not just as tennis courts are being retrofitted or just marked over to play pickleball on, the growing number of private courts being built in backyards in those residential communities, and the noise from pickling of America's fastest growing sport, dare I say the world's fastest growing sport. I mean, the space needed is not a lot, and you can surface up a court fairly reasonably from a cost perspective. I know this. All around me, where you can go for rec play, the courts are still packed. The honeymoon's over. You know what I mean? The local groups who think they've claimed their turf and they go there all the time, and so they're going to be the boss hogs on the pickleball court. Give me a break. Now back to MLP. The Mad Drops claimed their turf as champions out here in Mesa at MLP 1. Like I said, not sure if the rosters have shifted, but allow me to reintroduce you as we draw closer to Daytona. This is going to be fun. I got Mad Drop Smash and Vegas Night Owls all smashed in together for you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That was a bad drop. In LA, there are Mad Drops, and they are Catherine Parento, Irina Terashenko, Julian Arnold, and Thomas Wilson. The LA Mad Drops. Our first team is the Florida Smash. The Florida Smash are Jesse Irvine, Georgia Johnson, Travis Rittenmeyer, and Colin Johns. This is your Florida Smash. Overall team duper rating, 25.1. The Las Vegas Night Owls, Vivian David, Deco Barr, Lawrence Stratman, and Kyle Yates are the Las Vegas Night Owls. Now that was fun. There was fun and madness on the PGA Tour. And remember, whether you are playing pickleball or golf or just having fun staying active outside, your skin and your body deserve the best. Trust the pros. Check out AlloMD.com. Use promo code PickleMickle for discounts on all of their great products, and keep going to my website, themicklepod.com, eagleironsports.com, for your links to their products as well. Website still getting better.
It's Pickle with Mickle. Pickle with Mickle. It's Pickle with Mickle. All right.
Welcome back to the Mickle Pod. Glad you are here with me. And now, buckle up. We're getting right back into the action. You better have that popcorn ready. Ain't no time to adjust those defense. Back into the action right now. Taylor Moore is your winner at the Valspar as the PGA Tour winds down the Florida swing, U-turns up I-95 to head towards the Masters in April. Hello, friends. Moore showed some moxie on the weekend on his way to a 4-under, 67 final round, enough to get into the clubhouse at 10 under, pretty damn good score, and watch the madness behind him. Right behind was Jordan Spieth and Adam Schenk, the latter more appropriate for the former, as Spieth went full Spieth in the lead, jacks one in the water, gets up and down just to be one back. If March isn't mad enough on 17 after a brilliant tee shot, Smith would miss a 6-footer for birdie. Schenk trying to hold on and force a playoff or grab the outright win on 18, snapped one left, jailing himself, and neither him or Spieth with one last gasp could get her done. Tommy Fleetwood at the top of the leaderboard for a blip, wound up in a tie for third, and we know there were some of the other big names, the guys we want to see, were there at this tournament. All of the attention seemed to fade away from Moore, who delivered and is now a PGA Tour champion. Pig Suey on the PGA Tour Sunday. Moore played at Arkansas. Now, I didn't see him do a victory dance. I definitely did not see him take off his shirt. More on that in a moment. Big names like Mark Leishman and Sergio Garcia were dueling it out at the 54 Tour down here in Tucson or Marana, whichever you want to call it. It was Marana. I need a full breakdown of the team names from the 54 Tour. Maybe we could do a pool. A poll? A pool? Maybe we should jump in the pool. But let's put the 54 Tour against the XFL. I'm going to get the research team on that pronto because that could be fun. What I didn't see was Koepka down there. Where was DJ? Is DeChambeau even playing golf? And are all three of them going to play in the Masters? Right? Do they have to play in every tournament on the 54 Tour? I got to do some research. Research. How much research did you do ahead of filling out your bracket? Are you filling out a reseeder today? What can you do from here? Is your final four still alive? Would you make a change? What should you change? You should change that dull and dingy beard, brah. Go to ValhallaBeardandBody.net. Use promo code MIC10 at ValhallaBeardandBody.net. Let me tell you about it. It's always beard season. Beard up with Valhalla Beard and Body. The finest handcrafted balms and soaps. You'll love how that beard looks, how you feel. And hey guys, she'll notice too. Use promo code MIC10 at ValhallaBeardandBody.net. You're listening to the Mickle Pod. Why wouldn't you be? Now back to the show.
Here we go. Welcome to the NCAA tournament.
Everyone in this tournament is a champion. Now we have to find out where we stand.
Is not human. Look at that. Behind the back. It's in the hole for two. It's a jam. 3 seconds. Waters to the rim.
As the weekend began, 32 would become 16. The first 2 days brought madness with a roar. It is March after all. San Diego State looked to make a statement. They did. Surviving the first day against the 12 seed, the Aztecs sent tournament darling Furman back home to South Carolina. The Paladins are packing. San Diego State moves ahead in the South. Tennessee beat up and beat down Duke. The Blue Devils did not have the depth, and the Vols used a great strategy from the start. Again, turnovers, missing free throws will doom any team in March. Rick Barnes has been here before, and so has Eric Musselman, and he showed him off. Shirt off, firing up the crowd on the table, as Arkansas is also on to the Sweet 16 after taking out the Jayhawks, another number 1 seed gone out in the West. Alabama, looking to avoid the same fate as Kansas, cracked the Terrapin shell, advancing to meet San Diego State in the South region. A very sweet semi. Do you like semi-sweet chocolate? Semi-sweet chocolate? Princeton. This is not a 15, is it? they dispatched Missouri with ease, moving on to set up a sweet showdown in the South with the winner of Baylor and Creighton. Over in the Midwest, things shaped up as Texas held on against Penn State, and Houston reminded us they are a number one, wiping out Auburn. And well, sorry, Chuck. The good news for us all is Chuck doesn't have to go home. We love Chuck. The nightcap, also out west, saw UCLA stay alive past a feisty Northwestern team. The madness could rest, and we would look ahead to the next day. We had another number one down. More brackets broken to more pieces. Don't you just love March? Go ahead. Put a little more in that DraftKings bank. You'll win tomorrow, right? Madness. Sunday fun day. The madness continues, and the survivors will be sweet. Xavier got things started, and oh my hi, do they look good. What looks good is the Midwest Regional Semi-Showdown between Xavier and Texas. You get Sean Miller back at Xavier, you get Xavier right back in the Sweet 16, then you get John Calipari going Calipari on the refs, giving them that look at the end of the game. The fact is, Cal, and here's what matters, Kansas State outplayed Kentucky, and Kansas State will move on. As Sunday moved on, it seemed that the chalk would talk. Enter Izzo. 9 was the final spread. It felt like 19 as Sparty and Izzo kept dancing right into the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2015. Is 7 the lucky number for Tom Izzo? Ooh, it will be sweet when they face Kansas State in the East Regional Semi. UConn, Miami, did they look sweet and nasty at the same time? FAU outlasted the Darlings from Fairleigh Dickinson, the second 16 to knock off a number one seed. That matters. Pay attention. The final game provided just the last bit of madness we needed, an up and down, gut check slugfest between TCU and Gonzaga. Drew Timme not letting the Zags dance fall short on his watch Sunday night, setting up a trip to Vegas. Are the odds in the Zags' favor? So what do we know? Let's break it down. Is there a sweeter 16? We're going to start in the East. Michigan State against Kansas State. Kansas State has looked like a 3 seed. They played in the Big 12. Now that conference most hailed this year as the best in college hoops. Go ahead and go against Izzo if you want. At this point, it seems like Sparty is marching on to Houston, looking to derail. Either the Manhattan Cats or those Spartans will be the winner of the FAU-Tennessee battle. I think experience matters. I'd like to see a Vols, Sparty, Barnes, Izzo showdown in the regional final. That's just me. Let's go out west. There's a Hurley in March, and the Huskies are hitting their stride. Arkansas is dangerous. They play fast, they play tough, and their coach will take off his shirt. You can sense when a team has that March swagger, and both of these do. Hell, all 16 do. That's why they're still dancing, baby. For me, Arkansas has the edge. Just a feeling. UCLA Gonzaga feels like it should be the title game or at least a Final Four matchup. Instead, we'll take it Thursday night in Vegas, a regional semifinal, one game, one more chance for the Zags to get one step closer again. Will the Zags crap out? I don't see it. I think the Zags will march on. One player matters. A guy like Timme can make a huge difference. Now, that's just our first 4 on Thursday. The second half of this sweet treat is on Friday. Did you take the day off yet? That means you've got time. You've got time to exercise. Remember, you only need 20 minutes to get an incredible workout. These smooth jams feel good. And you could feel good too after a 20-minute workout at the Exercise Coach Gilbert. Mention the MicklePod for 2 free sessions and a discount. Exercise Coach Gilbert. Go to exercisecoachgilbert.com. I just can't wait for Friday because Friday will be a hell of a show. And these regionals will be on tap. South and the Midwest will set us up for another weekend of madness. Let's start out in the Midwest and see if things change by the time we actually get to Friday's show. Houston will take on Miami. Both of our remaining number ones play on Friday. Jim Larinaga, Kelvin Sampson. You want experience? Check. Remember Larinaga and George Mason? Well, he has built Miami into a power. Now in Houston, they've got Marcus Sasser. He's one of those guys. They've been at the top of college basketball all year. I like these Cougars. Remember, one guy can matter. And I'll tell you what matters. Sasser's getting healthier and sassier. In a sweet 3v2 matchup, Xavier takes on Texas. This should be a helter-skelter, up-and-down race to the finish. Sean Miller, returns to Xavier after some controversy at Arizona, and Texas marches on after some controversy of their own at the head coach position. Put all that junk in the rear view. Enjoy what we've been watching and enjoy this matchup. Down south, Alabama, overall number 1, will get their own test with a 5 seed as San Diego State. You better bet they're going to be ready to rumble. If a 5 is beating a 1 on Friday, my 5 is on the Aztecs. It's only Monday, and I can't wait for Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday. More madness, please. And more madness. Here's a Sweet 16 fun fact for you. From 1980 to 2019, you did not have a Sweet 16 without a Carolina, Kentucky, Duke, or Kansas. It has happened twice since 2021. You want more madness? It took from 1939 until 2018 for a 16 to beat a 1, and it just happened again this year. Whoo! I see. And I'll see all y'all again right here next time for more